Well, hello everybody. We are here to do our first tool talk, um, and I'm going to go ahead and get us started. So my name is Natalie Guillon, and I will be talking about two tools on the internet today. The first one is called Formule. Formule is a site where you can create online forms and fill them out, and then enter in data to get feedback from your students, and you can use it as like a collective kind of um, like uh, I don't know, collection of data that you can like background, or if you have to prove evidence of growth in your classroom of student achievement, this would be a really good way to do it because you can create the forms, enter in the grades from the beginning of the year throughout the year to the end, and then you can make a form or like a report online, and it will show it however you want, so graphically or in a pie chart, however you want. And it is free until you like reach the maximum space. So it'd be nice if you had like a partnership with the county or something like that. It's really easy to use, and when you go on the website initially, they have like a test drive, so you can try out the simulation to see if you like it, and then if you do, you can sign up for it. And um, this would be good for in your classroom, like creating rubrics is how I would probably most likely use it. And then, like I said, collecting data and proving growth in your classroom for student. My next website is called Crafty Extensions, and Crafty Extensions is a website on Google Chrome where it has three different extensions that you can download to put in Google Chrome bar, like at the very top of the browser. And the first one is called Crafty Level, and the craft tell you the reader ability of the text on an internet page. So this would be, and that's one way of doing that. The second extension is called Crafty. That helps avoid copyrighted images. So if you have that on and you go to a Google search of copyrighted pictures of pancakes, it won't pop up, or they'll tell you not to use these images. The last extension useful, or what I could see myself using in the most, is called Crafty Text. And this, so I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. So this is what Crafty Extensions looks like, and here are the three different extensions that you can upload onto Google Chrome. So this last one right here, Crafty Text, is the one that I would see myself using. So you click here, and it takes you to the download page, and it's an instant download. I've already added it, as you can see here in the top. So what you do is you click on it. You should be able to click on it. There we go. And this will pop up. It's like kind of a big post-it note in your class. And then you can type on it. You can, if it's in the classroom, if you're working with younger age children, or if you're presenting at a conference, it's like a just kind of like an attention grabber, anything really. So you just type in anything you in Google are fun, and then you hit enter, and bam, it's big, huge, instant in the screen. Away, hit enter again on your keyboard. So that is tools. What do you all think?
I really like the first one, especially about how the part you were saying you could create your own rubrics, because I know for our language arts class we're working on right now mini lessons, and we have to create a rubric and a checklist and other things like that. So that would be useful for that class.
I agree with Rachel. I think it's important to have a resource like that to just like check to make sure we have all the components that we need. And it's just a great reference if we have any questions regarding it, if we can't physically ask a person about the information.
Yeah, I think that's really useful. And I like the Google Chrome extensions too, because I like the copyright one a lot because I think that that's not something that students really think about much. So like having that tool there to like remind them that like or to like guide them into like pictures that they're not going to have problems with is really helpful.
Exactly. So that's something that the students can use, but the teachers can also use as well when they're collecting like their lesson plans and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So that's cool. I didn't think about having the students like searching the web and using that.
Mm, Okay. So, my tool was VideoAnt, which is a website that allows you to take a video from the internet, like it could be from YouTube or basically any video that has like a shareable link, and it allows you to annotate it. And if you make an account on VideoAnt, it'll let you save your annotated videos, and it'll let you like they'll all appear on a dashboard that's called your Ant Farm. So what you can do is like show a video to your class, and you could have questions appear on the side for them to answer as the video goes on. I'll show you what I have. Second. So in the classroom, this is called, or this is just a, sorry. So can you see it? Okay.
Mhm.
So this is a video, just like a little cartoon about the Vikings, and this is VideoAnt, obviously. So what I did was just have the video play, and then on the side I had questions that would pop up at certain times.
Fearsome raiding parties under leaders as Sigurd Snake in the Eye, Swain
Like,
Forkbeard,
what would your Viking name
Ragnar
be?
Harrybreeks.
And that shows up when the videos are talking about the Viking names. So I thought that was a really cool way to get students like more engaged when they're watching videos, because I know a lot of times students kind of like space out and use videos as a chance to like stop paying attention, but that kind of makes them pay attention because it shows them like where they need to like really start paying attention and listening, and like it's throughout the video. You're not just like handed a worksheet in the beginning to look at. And then I thought another good use for it could be to have them watch a video at home, and then because when you put it on your dashboard, you can have them create their own annotations on your video. So you could share a video with your class and then have them like, you could require them to put a certain amount of comments on the video or like provide a certain amount of thoughts. So I thought that was a really cool way they could use it. And yeah, so what do you guys think?
I think you're right. I think it's really important to have an interactive tool like that, especially when students are watching a video because, like you said, most of the time they just kind of use it as an excuse. We hope not, but tend to maybe just like space out or possibly fall asleep. So I think it's a great idea to make them more involved.
I know me personally, when I was in school, whether I was younger or older, and we were given a worksheet with the questions on it to answer during the video, I found myself focusing not so much on the actual video content, but I kept looking back and forth at the worksheet and the movie to see, listen for when the question was going to come or when the answer, and I was just kind of distracted, and for me, it defeated the purpose of the teacher showing us the video because I really wasn't getting anything out of it. I was just back and forth with it, so.
Yeah, so the fact that the students don't know the question until they know the question is very like key. That's a good point. I was thinking back to the second grade classroom that I was in last year and how she could have really benefited from this tool, because almost at every single like lesson that she would start, not everyone, but she would have a video to introduce it, and I think it just kind of got like a little, redundant. And so if you have like different, like stuff, that's really cool.
Yeah.
And it's free.
Yeah, well, yeah, you have to make an account, but you can make guest videos, so, like, right now I could make this one.
Oh, okay.
Me, but, yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, I thought this was a really cool tool.
Cool.
All right, I guess I'll go. So the website that I had was UDL Exchange, and it's where you can create your own lesson plans based on UDL or Universal Design for Learning, which is it gives students a variety of different ways to learn, or give them options for testing and classwork and all that. So it is free. You have to create an account. I'll go to screen share. Oh, here we go. And here's the site. So can you guys see that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And it has 3 categories on the site. It has the resources, the lessons, and the collections. So the resources is an easy tab to find. It gives you websites, documents, images, presentations, all that using the UDL lesson plan format. Then there's just lessons that any teacher, anyone who has an account on the website can upload, even yourself. And then there's the UDL collections, which basically organizes the first 2 together into categories. And when you create a lesson, you can add it to the resources and lessons in the entire website. You can share it and have other people view it or edit it, favorite, all those other things. So let's go to browse. Oh, let me sign in real quick. And so right away you can see iPad lessons, win flyers, QR codes, and handout. To get handouts, maps, it's all free. Different grade levels, content areas, and then if you go to build, you can see I created a lesson, and it's very easy to edit. It's kind of it explains it step by step. Briefly describe the lesson topic, so you describe it, prereqs, time, and then what I also think is great, it includes the Common Core areas. So you just go through and you'll select a subject and you'll select all the standards and then hit save, and it'll have them all listed there for you. You can add as much as you want. It's just an awesome resource, and I think it's great for the classroom. You know, they always say be creative and you know, try your own thing, but that's difficult when you don't have a lot of time as a teacher, so I think it's important to use your resources wisely, and UDL Exchange is a great way to do that. So, does anyone have any comments about that?
I really like how on UDL it explains like step by step every part of the lesson plan you need to have, because oftentimes there's so much going on throughout the day, you tend to forget like the most important parts that you actually need to address to your classroom. And with it having the Common Core and all the different parts of it, it really makes you get into detail exactly what you want your kids to know and like get back from the lesson that you're giving.
I definitely agree with that. I love that it's like step by step so you don't forget anything. And I also love that you can like share your lessons with other people and like how you basically have like a whole library of resources right there for you. I think that's really cool.
Also, UDL is something that's like up and coming in the classroom, so having a lesson exchange like program that's like UDL enforced, like reinforced in every single step of the process is really important too, because I know if you go to enter an information, it has like that sidebar with UDL suggestions. So as teachers, you know, you're writing hundreds of lesson plans, you might run out of some ideas, so it has like it guides you into next. That's a really good resource as well. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah, thank you. My name is Shannon Badowski, and I'm here to talk to you about QR codes, or also known as quick response codes. They're easy to create, and they have many uses in the classroom. They're great for any type of lessons in the class, but you do need an iPad or some kind of iPhone or some kind of device to use it, because you do need an app for this. And to give you an example, on my phone, personally, I downloaded QR Reader. Let me know if you guys can see this. It's on the bottom corner. So I use QR Reader for mine, and I will show you. If you go to the website schrockguide.net/QR codes in the classroom, which I'll show you when I share my screen. This is the website, and it basically just describes every step you need to know regarding QR codes. It is available on any type of reader, like I said, desktop or mobile device. The one I am going to show you is for the web-based scanner, and that is the QR scanner. If you click this, it'll bring you to this, and if you go to generate, and since Halloween is around the corner, I thought it would be a great idea to give you an example as a scarecrow. So I am going to show you. It's different on every computer, which I found, but on my computer personally, it's copy image location. On others, it could be copy image URL, but on mine, copy image location. So if I just click this, go back to my code, copy and paste it into here, generate QR code, and up it pops. And then once I go back to my device, I go back onto my app, and I'm going to decode the image by taking a picture of it, and it pops up with my scarecrow. And this is just a great activity to use in the classroom because it details exactly like what you need to know for the lesson if you want to explore different applications. And it's just, you can take a picture at any angle you want, and it directly brings you to the image you're trying to receive. And you can use this in different kind of lessons, such as if you want to do story sequencing, you can read a story, and then children need to remember the predictions, what they're going to know. And so if they listen closely to the story and keep in mind to remember the abilities of story sequencing and can make an educated guess of what's going to happen next regarding what they had just learned, this is a great way to reinforce the novel or book that you are suggesting in the classroom. Do you guys have any feedback for me?
I think it's great. I think it's a great tool to use in the classroom, especially for the younger ones, because I think when they see the QR code, they're engaged, they're excited, they want to know what the code is and what the picture is, what it means, what they're going to have to do. So I think it's awesome to keep them engaged and just interested in what the activity is that you're using it with.
I like how easy it is to scan the code. Like when we were doing it in the classroom, we could kind of hold it at an angle, and we didn't have to hold it really still, and it still scanned the code really easily. So that'd be really good for young kids who don't necessarily have really steady hands. And it is really interesting and fun for them. And there's a lot you can do with it.
Yeah, I think it's a great way to differentiate instruction in the younger grades as well, because it appeals to all types of learners, and it gets the students up and moving out around the classroom. So teachers used to have scavenger hunts or just stations, and now you can integrate the technology in with it and use the QR codes, which is just I mean, to me it's unreal that this kind of thing happens, but to our future students, it's going to be passe, so they're going to be I got this, I know how to conquer it, and then they're going to feel really good about, doing something different and neat in the classroom.
I agree with you. I mean, it's important to address every type of learner, and by actually hands-on kinesthetic learners, it's great. Visual learners, perfect. It just integrates every kind of student engaged in the classroom.
Well, great job, ladies. And we will be back for our second round.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.